Here we're going to show you how to install the BBSHD into the bottom bracket of your bike. This bike is a 120 millimeter bottom bracket. So here we have a 120 millimeter HD. And the first thing we did was take all the cranks and pedals and all that good stuff off. The next step is taking the actual bottom bracket out. So you get your bottom bracket tool and your ratchet or a wrench on the outside if you like. And just start loosening it up. This side is standard thread, so it'll be lefty-loosey. Take that out, and then we got to get to the other side. And on the other side, it's going to be reverse thread. So you're going to twist what seems opposite of the normal direction. It'll be righty-loosey. And of course, all bottom brackets could be different. Depends on what bike you're using. So then the next step is to take your motor and you're going to want to slide it through the bottom bracket. And then once you've got that slid in, you can rotate the bike back around. And you're going to install this, and there will be some raised bumps on one side, and you want to put those towards the inside so that they can bite into your bottom bracket, because this is what's going to hold the motor all the way up. So make sure you get it lined like that. The next thing is the gray ring. And I'm just going to put everything on there loose for a second. Then you got your black ring, which is your jam nut. And then you got to take these two spacers and these two long bolts for a 120. It'll be different if you have a smaller bottom bracket. But on this application, you're going to put a spacer through each of these and a bolt. And you're going to go ahead and tighten those down. And you want to make sure that you have this rotated as far up against the lower frame as you can. And I actually got a little ahead of myself because I need to tighten down this inner nut. So to tighten down that inner nut, you can either use a spanner wrench, or we just happen to have the Bafang installation tool here. So I'm going to use that and tighten this down. Make sure you get it good and snug, because this is what keeps the drive from rotating down when you ride. And then once that's tight, you can go ahead and torque down the two bolts. Okay, then your black ring goes on. And the black ring is just the jam nut to make sure things don't loosen up. And again, we have another installation tool that fits that. And you don't need to get crazy on this one because it's just made out of aluminum. So you just want to make sure it's tight enough that it's not going to back off. And then once you've done that, it's basically like a regular bicycle. The next steps are to reinstall the crank arms and pedals, and then hook up your chain and all that good stuff. You got to install your chain ring, and you can take your wire loom, and depending on which frame you have, you want to figure out the best routing to clear everything. Usually it's better to come up on the side away from the chain and the sprocket. And that's how you do it.